that showed up and came to talk about these things. I appreciate it, truly. We have a lot to talk about, but I want to start out subtly by thanking some of the bigger families who showed up: Valachi, Venerio, Madrazo. I appreciate you guys showing up in support of the community and such. Okay. So this is how this meeting's gonna go down. This is how I envisioned it, at least. We're gonna bring up a topic. We're gonna discuss it as a community, one at a time. Uh, you're gonna have. I'm gonna give you at least 3 minutes to speak on the topic. Speak your mind without interruption. If somebody interrupts you, they'll be server muted. If they start being a disrespectful cunt for no reason and making a bunch of noise, like whatever that is in the background, they're gonna get server muted until it's their turn to talk. Okay, so the few topics we want to bring up, I put it in the chat if you guys didn't see it. Hold on. We're going to be talking about off radar and ghost org, banned vehicles, banned weapons, blessing as a conversation at the end, and BST and DQ free mode wars. DQ is disqualification, of course. We're going to discuss what these rules mean. Well, I'm talking to some of the newer guys that maybe don't know these things. Okay. We're going to talk about what these things mean and your opinions on the subjects. We're going to try to walk away with the most common ground we can, make some compromises so families can get back on track. Don Sartori might be popping up in here anytime now. We're expecting him and a few others. Don't know when they'll be here, though. But I'll make sure everybody is heard in this meeting today to the best of my ability. Yeah. So, I guess firstly, we should talk about the fucking elephant in the room. It's off radar and ghost org.
That could be two. That could be Madrazo or Valachi.
I'm not calling out any family specifically. All I'm saying is it is a growing problem. That it happens a lot. It's abused, and I would like to talk about it. I'm not. Okay. Okay. Keep in mind, I'm being completely unbiased and level here. I'm just asking for opinions. Okay, so first off, I would like to ask Doc Valachi to speak on the subject, what he thinks about it. If you guys would go ahead and pay him the respect and not speak over him, that'd be appreciated. Go ahead, Doc, you have the floor.
Well, as far as I know, in my opinion, I don't really think that shit should be, banned, considering it's literally just an extra 2 minutes and it's the same as off radar. I mean, there's not really much to talk about it. It's a pointless thing to ban, and what the fuck just popped up on my screen? And I guarantee you, every other Valachi hierarchy and or foot soldier would agree the same shit with me, and maybe other families. And I'm sure maybe 1 or 2, 3 in this Don's meeting could probably fucking agree with me too. They just don't want to speak up, or they may speak up after my turn, whichever. But basically the gist of what I want to say. I don't think it should be banned.
Okay, and what about lesser off radar? You have a problem with it? What do you think about it?
No, I don't have a problem with that either, because that was originally banned in GT when on 360, but everybody, I guess, uses it now because now it's legal.
Right.
That shouldn't be banned either. It's just off radar. People didn't know where you were in real life, so why, if we're trying to roleplay, then why don't we make it roleplay to the best of our ability?
Understandable. Okay, I guess we'll move on to the next person. Thanks, Doc Valachi, for speaking on it. Next, we're going to go with Don Madrazo and his opinion on it. First of all, I want to ask you about Ghost Org, Don Madrazo, if you will. You have the floor.
Well, in my opinion, and I'm going to bring a lot of these topics back to GTA 4, and if you need me to turn up my mic, just let me know, because I will. But we don't need Ghost Org. We don't need it. We don't even need Off Radar. Why do we dumb ourselves down just to get assassinations? That's my personal opinion. I'll use it because it's legal, and Ghost Org because, Valachi, if I'm going against Valachi, I'm going to use Ghost Org, But we don't need any off-radar bullshit. And I'm going to be straight to the point. It was easier when we didn't need it.
So you would like to see a ban just in general altogether.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. Next on the list. Sorry, I'm just trying to move along here so we can get everybody's word. Don C. I'd like to hear your Don C. Venerio, of course. If you will, just go ahead and give me your thoughts on Off Radar, Lester, and Ghost Org. Ghost Org first, of course. Go ahead.
Okay, can you
Ghost
see me
Org,
now?
I personally do not like. It's banned, so I'm not sure why
You guys
people are
can hear me,
using
let me
it. But I feel like since Off Radar is legal, people feel obligated to use Ghost because people feel like it's just the same thing. You just get more time. But I mean, I don't like Off Radar or Ghost at all. I think I think Off Radar should be banned. And if that gets banned, then any type of Off Radar won't be allowed. I mean, just because
What
Off
about now?
Radar is legal,
Can
like
you
I
hear me
said,
now?
people just feel obligated to use Ghost.
I'm trying to make it better for everyone so they could hear my voice and my
and they don't
opinions
feel
on
like they should get any
everything.
type of consequence because they feel it's the same exact thing.
Right. Okay. Is that all you had to say on that subject for now?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yo, Dumpster,
real
I'll
quick.
me
Yeah,
another
real-
link.
Yeah, Waddy. I just got a message from OG Thunder Du Bois asking for Discord.
Yeah, could you send him a link?
Yeah. Do you have his username on deck?
No.
Go ahead and get his username for me, and I'll send him a link.
All right.
Okay, next down the list, Strassi, Dom Vic. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the subject on Off Radar and Ghost Org first. Go ahead. Strassi appears to be dead. Maybe Falachi did it.
Mike's
Okay.
muted,
He wants you to go back to him. He's dishing out food.
Okay. Well, we'll swing back around to him. Next on the list, Nitty Crime Family, Don J and Don A. I'd like to hear your opinions on the current situation with Ghost Organization, the epidemic that's going on in the community, or whatever you may want to call it, and Off Radar with Lester.
Personally, I think Ghost Org should be banned. That shouldn't even be allowed. I feel you don't even need to be off the radar for 2 minutes to try to whack somebody. Off radar just with Lester, that's good enough. I honestly don't have a problem with it, but I'm fine with obviously just banning off the radar too. So that's all.
Okay, thank you. Rossetti Crime Family, Boss Rossetti and Whitey. I'd like to hear your opinions on the subject.
I think we're down for a full ban of Off Radar and Ghost Org. Because
Okay.
like Madraza was saying, it's just like dumbing it down, assassinations, making them way too easy and shit, and people abuse it so they can get away. Like, it's real pathetic.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Don Ruggiero, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Ruggiero, is that how you pronounce it?
Ruggiero, yeah.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead and tell me your opinion on it, Don, please.
My opinion on it is I think they both should be banned because, people are abusing the shit out of it. And I personally think, you don't really need it. If you can't whack without it, then you're kind of shit anyway, so.
Right. Understandable. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, not really. I just agree with Dom Madrazo and Don C on their opinion on it itself, so.
Okay. Understandable. Next on the list, Don Nel Vastola.
Yeah. Ghost. Sorry, it's like 2 minutes, isn't it? Like, how long is it? Like two.
Ghost Organization's 3 minutes.
See, now that's way too long, in my opinion. You can take out 3 people and get home in that matter of 3 minutes. To be honest, you can go across the sea in 3 minutes. So, to be honest, I just think it's cheap because people drop a lot more with Ghost Org. Like, more people are getting whacked with Ghost Org than with not Ghost Org, I don't ever see whacks anymore without people going off the radar on Ghost. And then
Right.
off the radar, personally, it was banned in 360, so I don't see why it's back. To be honest, I really just don't. To be honest, it's a load of, gonna keep it PG, load of bullshit. Excuse my language. So yeah, I just don't like it. Detest it.
Okay, understandable. Thank you. Don FZ Angelini, give me your thoughts on it, please.
I kind of agree with like Rossetti said, how it's being abused too much. So in my opinion, I think they should both be banned.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all I really had to say about it.
Okay, no problem. Don J. Verratti.
My opinion on fucking Ghost Org and Off the Radar. I used to be back in with Montoya and all them, and we didn't use it. We thought that was cheap. But my opinion in it is, I'd rather have both of them banned, Off the Radar and Ghost Org. It's just it's better and a whole lot more harder for people to assassinate. You gotta have skill to assassinate someone with both y'all being on radar. It's just too easy with off the radar and Ghost Org.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Okay, thank you. Did I miss anyone? Vic, are you there yet?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey Vic.
No, we can't.
I just had to swing back around to you. Yeah, I would like to hear your opinion on the subject of Ghost Org and Off Radar. If you'll go ahead and let us have it.
Personally, I think they should both be banned just because I think we need to take more action to take away from the PvP aspect of the community. And I think Off Radar and Ghost Organization, it's just not many people. I feel like the general vibe of the community is to ban it. So, yeah.
Okay. So that seems like all of everyone, for the most part, besides myself. So I guess I'll just go ahead and say what I think about it and get that out of the way. I'm just going to go ahead and put myself last. That way it doesn't seem biased in any way. But the main consensus of what we just asked seems to be that most of the community swayed towards no Off Radar whatsoever, back like it was on 360, 2016, early 2017, until Scarfo came back and changed the rules or whatever may have happened. And honestly, I wasn't here for that. I was long gone by that point. So I don't know what Scarfo did or what they had changed. But when I was in the community personally, it wasn't there. I never needed it to get assassinations. Still don't. And I think that it somewhat ruins things. I can go ahead and give you Don G. Sartori's opinion as well, because him and I was talking about this in a party earlier. And Don C. can attest, he was there as well. Off Radar would be okay if we could all come to an agreement that you go off radar once you get the assassination. Like if you're trying to hide from their third party, you want to get home safely before you get blown up by an RPG, understandable. But the problem with that is,
sorry to interrupt. I'm just curious.
It's fine, but that's what I was about to say. It would be hard to implement something of that stature because there's no way to really prove when they went off radar. All you would have is a screenshot saying so and so went off radar, and unless you take a video, you can't really prove anything with it. So I guess my point is, it's kind of pointless to go and try to go that route. The way, in my opinion, it's either all okay or none of it's okay, because there's not going to be a middle ground. There's not going to be, I guess, a happy middle with this. It's got to be either all okay or not okay at all.
Can I say something real quick about that?
Go ahead.
Okay, then if it's so, wishy-washy on that, if someone's doing the assassination on someone, they have to record the entire video up to the end, and when it gets to the end, they have to go off the radar. If someone takes a picture, the picture's invalid. But when the assassination is happening, why not a picture or a video is mandatory recorded if you went off the radar? Can that work that way?
That could work. I mean, we usually record assassinations anyhow, correct?
That confused me, Don J.
Okay. To put it in retrospect for you, Don Mendoza, basically what he's saying is that the person who is getting the assassination would go home with it and record it. That way, everyone who watched the video, yeah, that's the point. That's what he's trying to say.
Oh, okay, I get
Yeah,
it.
it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would show us like who really got legit assassinations that way. Personally, my vote for this would be off radar on the way home because it makes sense. There's a lot of third party, and there's a lot of that going on. I don't like Ghost Radar or Ghost Org or off radar. I don't personally, but it is useful when you're going home with something, so you don't get blown up. That's just my opinion on it. I don't want to speak too long on it, but yeah, that's
that I can agree with myself too as well.
Can I tell you really quick? So what you're basically saying is everybody needs to record their wax as they're going home.
And that's not to cut, but that's what I'm saying. Because I'm a big stickler with that, especially in the community, about recording
I don't really
everything.
care about recording all my stuff because my shit's already full enough.
bro.
That's
Well,
why
I mean,
you
it's
know
just a
that.
way so that you could prove, like, if somebody.
Anyways.
Yeah, but like not a lot of people's gonna follow that because I'm always on everybody's necks about posting your wax or it didn't happen, and this was like, I don't know.
Hey guys, I just want to say, go look in the GTA 5 for your community club.
Boss,
you're
you're
the
my.
hardest fucking video you've ever seen.
It's like ear piercing.
Okay, I had to serve him mute him. He was wow.
No, unsub him, he's fine now.
You got a fix, boss?
There's like an ear piercing sound.
Yeah,
Like it's
it,
an
it was an ear piercing sound, but don't mute him. He's fine. He could fix it.
But here's the thing though. Like I think it would be a good idea personally if we did it that way. Usually we record the bigger wax anyway on Dons and such. But I don't know. It would like Doc Valachi said. It would be a large cross to bear for people who have a full clips or a full clips or whatever it may be. It would be difficult for them.
Not to mention,
But
gonna really follow that. It's too much of a thing to.
Right, yeah, it's just too deep. Like I said, it would either have to all be okay or none of it would be okay.
Honestly, I just say we just ban it all.
Yeah, just get it out of it. That's what I said.
Okay. Before I do anything, I'm gonna make sure I get all the Don's votes, no matter how old or new. I want to make sure that we all get a general consensus of what we're doing here, and I also want to make sure before we leave that we can all agree to the same terms. Valachi, I know that you guys use Off Radar for your own reasons or whatever it may be for your setups. I've seen a lot of your videos. As I said, I'm a fan of the videos. I've watched pretty much all of them. I've been watching for a long time. Personally, I don't really have a problem for like setups and such. I just don't see a point in being able to run into a public session, go off radar for 3 minutes, and just pretend that we somehow had a chance to see you coming. It's I know there's the argument if you wouldn't see your attacker coming in real life, but assassinations are supposed to be a big deal, and to have someone be able to run up on you within feet of you without seeing you, that's dangerous to any hierarchy member or
If you don't
not.
mind me saying something, Saravo, but that's basically like, why don't we just turn off our maps? Like, if you don't want people to see where other Dons are in the session or other mobsters are in the session. You know what I mean?
People are trying to make it too much of real life. If you guys were doing real life, you wouldn't have snipers fucking miles away on a building. Like, it's just
not every
you want to
mobster
role
was rich.
You wouldn't be able to just steal helis and all that. And
if we're going to talk about OG families, I'm pretty sure in GTA 4 when they had that thing where you could like have to be in somebody's like general area before you picked up them on your radar. Pretty sure that was banned in GTA 4 by the OGs. So I don't see why off radar is considered to be legitimate at all, personally. But I'm not going to criticize Valachi or any other families who use it to an extent.
Straight up honest though, having like the radar completely off or the map period would be a good idea if you want to make it more realistic. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yes, but you would have a glowing red target on your ass the entire time. That just doesn't make sense.
I mean, it would be a good idea, but then third parties would come out of nowhere, and it would be awful.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but how could you make it to where everyone has it off in a lobby?
Yeah,
that's
I
the problem.
just use the off radar.
You would have people sitting in their apartments telling people where the other people are, and that wouldn't even work. Like that would never go through, guys. Like
Never thought about that.
Over to the left, to the right a little, and go down that street. Target, you got it.
Or they would just say a general area. Surely the guy of the mafia has no geographical location by now.
Dude, fuck, I know the whole damn map like it's back of my hand.
You should too.
Yeah, it was.
So much. We should know this. We like know life the fuck out
I
of
could,
this
fucking,
game.
I could probably make it to Sandy Shores on a specific route with my damn
No,
eyes closed.
I'd probably turn around and be like, yeah, next to the red house. And they'll freaking go out to Sandy Shores and be like, oh yeah, this red house? Yeah, this one.
Because some guys will be like, go down Route 68. You know where the fuck Route 68 is? Like, dude, it's in Sandy Shores. The fuck?
Yeah, it was where I used to do role plays.
Could you
I know
imagine
every name.
imagining
I know every road. I swear down.
Could you imagine remembering every road? Like, yeah, I'm on.
Oh yeah. Just go down Paranama, hit Armadillo Road, and go down San Culo. Yeah, he's right there, mate. Just go right there.
Okay, so here's what I've scratched up, and you guys tell me if you think I'm wrong. But I made sure I did it in voice chat so everybody could hear what was said. It sounds like we have one person that just doesn't think it should be taken out at all. It's just that one general person representing Valachi. There's 2 or 3 people that think off-radar should be okay when you're going home, although that would be really hard to do or prove that you did it without recording it. I think we all agree that couldn't be possible for some people, and it's kind of pointless. The majority of us just agree that it shouldn't be legal whatsoever. Valachi's going to do their thing, and I'm perfectly content with that if that's what they choose to do with their family.
We can't really stop them. I mean, Valachi's Valachi. I mean, we've tried to stop them and had them follow the rules, and it just hasn't worked.
Right, we can't really say, Valachi, whatever. We can't make someone...
Talking about my family, the only rule that we never followed was both of off-radar and this ghost shit. Every other rule we did follow, and it's kind of bullshit how every person in the community, either a Don, foot soldier, every family has said everything about us skating. We've broken numerous rules, but the only thing that we didn't really give a shit about was the off-radar and ghost. Well, now ghost.
Well, I remember a while ago when sports cars were banned, you guys used sports cars as well.
Well, that was a felon. It was a lot different than some sporty, like, Corvette.
Is there going to be a topic on that? Because I didn't hear all the topics.
We'll be talking about vehicles, weapons, and the works. We'll be talking about all of this.
When will we be talking about that?
As soon as we wrap this up. So basically what the general consensus is most of the community just doesn't want it. I'm asking if we can all come to an agreement here that from this point on, at least for the majority of us, that we can all agree that we're not going to use it. Fair enough? If we all think this way, then we should be able to agree on that at least. If not, that's perfectly fine. You're not being forced. I'm perfectly content with you doing whatever you want to with your family. I'm not trying to control your family. It's completely your choice. It's your family, after all. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do with their things. But for the general consensus of the group here, it seems that we all think it's illegitimate, and I think it should be treated as such. Are we all in agreement?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Well, I'm just going to ban it in my family.
The only time, and I'm going to admit this, the only time I will use it is if Valachi uses it. If we're fighting Valachi and they go Ghost, I'm going to go Ghost as well. Because I'm not going to let myself get assassinated by Ghost. And I
think Valachi's catching a lot of flag, but like Doc Valachi, I would just like to point out.
If they use it, Ghost is banned.
Is it fair to say that if it's getting used on you, use it back, but then try avoiding it other meantime? I swear down, I speak so badly. Use it, don't use it for no fucking reason, kind of thing. But just if it's used against you.
This is how my family's gonna treat it from now on. If you use it against us, cool. We're screenshotting you. We're leaving the session. That's it.
Exactly how I'm gonna do it.
That's exactly how Nitty will be treating it.
I don't think we should be able to. We should stoop down to other people's levels because they break rules and you don't think it's fair.
You get a point.
Yeah, that's how we got here in the first place.
I retract what I said. I won't use it regardless. Okay.
But trust it, I immediately regret.
Actually, no, I ain't.
Nah, I thought about it in my head and I'm like, well, that sounds fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the thing is, Dons are going to be at more risk because Dons are going to be more taken out now for the families that don't stick by this rule. You're just going to be taken out always, because they're
no, because we're just going to leave the session. That's okay. This is going to be brought up in the conversation with DQ Free Mode War. Disqualification of Free Mode War. As soon as somebody pops Ghost Order off radar, I'm leaving. DQ, I don't give a fuck. I'm throwing the DQ flag.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Make sure you do record it because they might say that they won. If you have proof that they used it in that session, Done deal.
Now, if you'd agree to private terms for a private free mode war with Valachi or whoever it may be, and you have your own private terms that you want to fight by any means do so. It's your, like I said, it's your family. If you want to run it the way you want to run it, that's fine. But don't expect me to fight your family the way you fight, because I'm not going to. It's not going to happen. So I think that's what we should all agree on here. I don't want to control anybody or tell anybody they're wrong. I don't think anybody here is wrong. I think we all have our own opinions, and I wanted everybody to be heard. I know that you seem like the odd man out here, Nero, but we have heard you, and we do understand what you're saying. It is tradition in Valachi, and we completely understand. And I appreciate you being so calm and collective about it, truly. But yeah, I guess now that we're all got that out of the way, just one more time to make it clear, Off-Radar is going to be banned for the most part for the majority of our families. If you use it, it's going to be considered DQ. If you use Off-Radar against another family, it's a disqualification, period. If you go Off-Radar with me, I'm leaving the game. My family's leaving the game, and we're not going to worry about it. Okay, so we all agreed to that? One more time.
Yep.
Agreed.
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 I don't know why I said one, but agreed.
Agreed.
Oh, OG Thunder just got here. My bad.
Yeah,
let me ask him.
Yeah.
How you doing, the boys?
How you doing?
Swell. See, Valachi's got the right idea. I see what they're posting in the chat. They got the right idea. All publicity is good publicity, and that's what Madrazo ran off of as well. So when we were so hated and people started giving us attention for hate, we grew off of that. We grew off of that. And that's what Valachi's going to do. Valachi grew off of that as well. They're just going to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Hate equals fame.
I just got
a
little off topic here. I just got a message from Glizzy Valachi saying, "Shut the fuck up, pussy." Rip.
I think he's watching my stream.
From who?
I got like 60 people watching my stream right now.
What's up, Glizzy? Okay. Anyway, as I said, I appreciate you guys being so calm. I guess if we all got that wrapped up and we're all in agreement at least.
Can I
As I said,
Can I cut you off real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
If any of my members say anything, or just say it publicly in this thing.
If any of your members say anything, say it publicly, you say?
Yeah, just do what you
Unless it's racist, I'm not looking to have my channel get taken down.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll do that for you, Duck. Don't worry. But yeah, moving on, so we don't waste too much time here.
I believe the next topic was vehicles.
Yeah, vehicles. That's what I was getting at. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, we're going to talk about vehicles. Personally, oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. I'm the host. My bad. Firstly, I want to ask, we're going to go by order of families who have been up the longest that are currently here. I'm going to go with Valachi first. Doc Nero, will you go ahead and give us your opinion on vehicles, what you think should be banned, and where we should draw the line?
I don't really care much about the vehicles other than obviously no supercars, nothing with a backplate, because that's about the most annoying thing imaginable. That's basically it. I don't really give a shit about the vehicles.
Okay, fair enough. Do you have a line, like anywhere you can draw the line, supercars, etc.?
No supercars at all. That's
Okay. Just supers are excluded from that?
No supers. Nothing
Okay.
with the backplate. Obviously, that was an original banned rule back on 360. I don't know where it stands right now, but I still stand by that one.
Okay. Is that all you? Is that all, or?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. Thank you, Nero. Don Madrazo, your take on vehicles?
The boys has been up longer than us, so go with them before us.
One more time? I didn't hear that.
Oh, I just said the boys has been up longer than us, so have them go before us, because you're doing it by who's been up the longest.
Oh,
so I'm gonna be
okay.
respectful about it and let them go before us.
Right. Well, I appreciate that. I'm sure they do too. You, Don, you there?
Sure.
All right, man. What's your take on the current standing with vehicles and such?
Well, we think that sports should, be banned again, but supers should always stay banned in my book. So that's what I believe. That's my take.
Hey, Garrett, can I chime in real quick? I don't mean to disrespect, but when you mean vehicles, you mean like helicopters and shit too, like like air vehicles too?
Yeah.
Well, we were mainly talking about just ground land vehicles, but we were gonna bring that up, yeah, about aircrafts and such. But that was I was gonna bring that up.
Oh, okay, then if that's a different topic, I'm gonna shut up.
I guess we'll go ahead and ask Nero. Where do you think you would draw the line with helicopters and such? We'll just go ahead and put it in all in one, so we don't waste too much time.
Oh, just like specific helicopters, or like, wait.
Well, like, mainly like militarized helicopters with weapons. If you don't use them.
No militarized. Just like the common fucking helicopters you can use like that.
Okay, so as long as it doesn't have,
you can use that shit. If it doesn't have anything that can defend itself like that shit, then I'm perfectly fine with it. But like, I know the cargo bob's like an easy as shit to fucking shoot down, but like, I don't know. I don't like that thing.
Any sort of military gear, basically. I don't like the cargo bob.
No military helicopters, no military aircrafts, none of that shit.
Okay. Okay, Mr. You Don Du Bois, you there?
Sure am. I'm here.
All right, one more time, man, because I misheard you. So everybody can hear. I'm Don Madrazo's stream, and all the Dons can hear you. Current take, or what you think about vehicles, where you draw the line with helicopters and vehicles like cars, trucks, SUVs.
All right, so with sports, I think we should draw the line at sports classics in my book, because sports were around back then, and neither were supers. And my take on air vehicles, all militarized air vehicles or any kind of vehicle that's militarized. That's my take.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Don Madrazo.
Okay. Well, my take on vehicles is, as you guys keep saying to me, that it's a new game. So I feel like we should keep sports cars as an option for us to drive, because some of these sports cars, and I'm pretty sure some of you would agree with me, that some of these sports cars are mafia cars. They may be fast, but they're mafia cars. They look like mafia cars. Like, you know that, what is it, the one from GTA 3, the one that the Leone family drove in GTA 3, that's a sports car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Leon Sentinel.
That's the one. That's a sports car. Like, why would you stop us from driving that? Like, I feel like the Revolta is a mafia car. Okay, like, I feel like there's a lot of mafia cars out there that we aren't allowed to use because they're classified as a sports. And when I try to get people to say or agree with just allow some sports, they all said, nah, if all sports are banned, if some sports are banned, they're all banned. And I just thought that was stupid. So in my opinion, we should keep sports cars, because I enjoy driving around the mafia cars that I do drive around, and I'm not always in a sports car either. So in my opinion, I think we should just keep them. That's my intake of it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, next down the line would be Don C. Venerio. Go ahead and give us your take on it, friend.
I think we should just draw the line at sports. I mean, no supercars. But there are some sports cars that you can add weapons onto them. And some of them are mafia, like the Revolta, you can add weapons onto them. The Comet Safari, I think that's what it's called, you can add weapons onto those. But I mean, I feel like we should be able to drive them as long as there are no weapons on them. Because I mean, technically, if you think about it, there's a rule where you cannot drive any vehicle that you can put a weapon on it, which that means the Revolter's banned. So that's like a mafia car. Same with the Comet Safari, which you can put weapons on that, and that's a mafia car. But that's just car-wise. I mean, people like driving fast, but I mean, you don't have to be in a sports car to drive better than someone else. You can drive fast and be a shit driver, but like as long as you're a good driver, then I mean, shit, someone could be in a sports car another can be in like a sports classic. Person in a sports classic will be driving better. I don't know. I just feel sports cars are fine to me. And then helicopter wise, plane wise, there should be nothing that you can purchase on the military war stock page, which would be the Buzzard and the Cargo Bob, and I think the Annihilator too. But that's really it.
Okay, I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm fucking not muted. Rip. Anyway, Nitty, I guess it's your turn, buddy. What's your take on it?
I mean, I'm kind of with how the cars are.
I thought you were going by what family started up.
I guess Rogerio is. Yeah.
I started in January.
Angelini was in 2015, so.
Okay, we're just gonna go at random. We're gonna do the main three, and then we're just gonna
No
go
disrespect
main
to
four.
Angelini, but your family did shut down and just returned.
Let's.
Not being disrespectful, of course.
No disrespect. It's just that if you know the father, he couldn't get an Xbox, and now he actually can. So that's why we recently came back.
Okay, well, let me explain myself. We're just gonna go at random. Is that better? Okay, Nitty.
Like I was saying, I'm pretty solid with how the cars are right now. I mean, I drive sports cars myself, so I mean, I'm basically pretty good with how the rules are working with the cars. Just no supercars and whatnot. With the helicopters, me personally, I fly a Buzzard simply because it's fast. I know not to shoot anybody with it. I know the rules. I know how to follow them. So I mean, that's just my case. I don't know about like the Cargo Bob or any other military vehicle, but I simply just fly that shit because it's fast and it's able to get me from point A to point B.
Right.
I forgot to say something earlier when I was talking. Yeah, the whole Buzzard thing, like, you obviously, you don't shoot the shit, but like, when you have a CEO and shit, if that, like, I only use that because it's like you can easily plop that thing out on the ground and get to where you need to get to.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, actually, one thing I wanted to bring up to you guys, I'll just go ahead and bring it up. You can actually go into your MC if you have at least one other person, make him a road captain, and he can put down he doesn't have any weapons, but it's a Buzzard without guns. He can spawn a Buzzard without guns.
It's still a Buzzard in my eyes.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Holy
yeah, that's true.
Geo.
And you buy it on the Warstock page too.
Okay, so
everything on the Warstock page is banned, including Buzzards and Cargo Bobs.
So I guess next on the list would be Vic.
I would vote on we get rid of anything that has armor that can fly in the sky.
Okay, Vic.
Your voice sounds so sexy.
Alright, so what is it me?
Yeah, Vic. What's your opinion on it?
On to talk about land vehicles first. I personally think no supers, obviously no militarized vehicles. Same what everyone was saying, but also like the ridiculous sports vehicles that go faster than some supers. Like, I think we'd need further discussion on that one. But I think people will just abuse that if we allow sports. People should be driving the crazy sports.
But then you got to think of common sense. If it looks like it's going to be faster than a normal car, don't drive it. We got to make that apparently
Yeah, but common sense is subjective.
I agree with that.
And then air vehicles. Air vehicles, just common sense, really. I think we should allow the Buzzard, but obviously just don't use the weapons. Because I know for certain, I've done this a few times. Spawn the Buzzard, just go out of there. Really.
Yeah.
But
obviously I ain't use the weapons.
I
Obviously there's some helicopters.
weaponized vehicles or no. Either way, shape or form, they're weaponized. Doesn't mean you're going to use them or not. They're weaponized.
Don't see.
True.
Stop your stream.
Okay, so guys, just don't speak over him. Just let Vic state his opinion. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
when it's your turn, just speak then.
Alright, so I'm just gonna end it with land vehicles. No, I think land vehicles, no supers, no militarized vehicles. some sports banned.
So,
Ridiculous ones. Air vehicles, basically nothing ridiculous, really. Like no militarized ones.
Militarized vehicles, as in like what? Because
anything with a gun,
are we
basically.
be able to drive in armored cars like usual, or are we banning armored cars for hierarchy?
No, that's gonna stay. I'm gonna vote for it to stay.
Keep that with. I didn't think that was even something people wanted to get rid of.
The current rules with the hierarchy in the vehicles, stand by the way it works.
Yeah.
Like you can't use them. You can't use armored vehicles for assassinations, but you can use it for transport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so next on the list, since
one more thing.
What was that shit you were just talking about with armored cars?
You talk about armored cars for hierarchy, not used for assassinations.
Ah, okay.
But also, touching on what Valachi said, no backplates either.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit here because Don Gio DeLuca just joined us. Don Gio, real quick, what's your opinion and take? Oh, it's DeLucci.
DeLucci.
I'm sorry. My apologies, Don Gio. My apologies. But yeah, just to backtrack here.
Yeah.
Your opinion on Off Radar and Ghost Org. What do you think about it?
No, because it's too long and you could have multiple people. Off Radar, I don't mind.
So you don't like Ghost Org, but you don't mind Off Radar, per se?
That's it.
Okay, so basically the general consensus we came to before you came into the party, or the Discord chat, was that it was going to be banned for the majority. There was only one opposed, and everybody else agreed. That's where we were going with the Off Radar in general was going to be banned. What's your thoughts on that? Hello?
Gio, I think he's talking to you.
Yeah,
English,
yeah.
please?
Did you just have a fucking stroke?
English, Gio?
I got lost there. Say again.
Yeah, I didn't hear you, Gio. What's your opinion on it being banned in general?
What are we talking about? What being banned?
Off Radar.
What being banned?
Off Radar.
Oh, the radar shit. I don't care if it's banned completely.
Banned.
Okay. Guess we got one opposed and one that doesn't get. Got it. Okay, moving on to the vehicles. Gio, you pretty much already stated your opinion on it. That you think about the sports cars and such. So, if you have anything else to say on it, go ahead.
Well, are we just talking about sports cars or are we talking about every car?
Every car.
We're talking about every car in general.
Well, basically, what I'm thinking is, you know, like you're gonna have an armored limo with a turret, but that's not a question. But you know, you can have like an SUV that's armored. I think that would make sense. Let's say if we were in a convoy during an RP session, or let's say they were doing something and somebody joined, so the guy got in the car and drove away. I think that should be allowed. So I'm not against armored cars, but I am against using them too much. Know what I mean?
Okay, so that's kind of a gray area.
Yeah, like I don't have a yes or no on the armored cars, but sports cars, it's iffy because, like I said, it's complicated. Like I think it was somebody, I don't know who, said about having a sports car that's faster than a supercar, and I think that would be used like a lot to like advantage.
Okay. Well, I thought they said there's a certain common sense that goes with it, but common sense isn't in rotting. So,
that's why I said there needs to be further discussion on that one.
Yeah, that needs to be further discussed. Okay. Next on the list, Angelini.
Sorry, my mic was muted. What I was saying though, like helicopter wise, I think like all the luxury helicopters, anything without a weapon's pretty fine. But with the buzzard situation, there's people that will call them in and just try to like catch up if you're taking assassination, and then they will shoot you, and then they'll text you saying, "Oh, wrong button" or something with a weird excuse. Like, yes, I still know it'd be an exposure, but then in that case, you wouldn't be able to get that assassination. It would just been exposure on that other family. I think sports cars and everything else is fine besides super. And that's all I really gotta say.
So who here, like the families that haven't spoken yet, who here pretty much agrees with what he said? Anybody?
I do.
I have a different opinion.
Don Ruggiero, you're next.
I have to completely agree with Don J and Nitty. You know, sports cars should be legal. The buzzard, you know, you should be allowed to use it. You know, sometimes you need to get the fuck out of there, and it's the best way to do it. So I completely agree with the way he worded everything and his opinion.
Okay, good. Whitey, Rossetti.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're for sports and sports classics, and I guess we already talked about the armored vehicle situation. So we're good on that. But as far as helicopters go, are we still not doing annihilators, or are we allowing annihilators now?
Currently they're banned. Any sort of militarized vehicle is banned currently.
So just we're using regular helicopters, no buzzards, no
Right, like Froggers, Mavericks, Velotus, whatever, you know, any of those.
Swift as well as a luxury.
I mean, I'd be fine with that as long as, you know, no accidents happen.
Well, there's no really room for accident. If it's either it has a gun or it doesn't have a gun. It's that simple, you know?
All right, so if we allow helicopters...
But yeah.
If we allow helicopters, how are we going to deal with if someone suicide bombs somebody, if they get a whack or something?
Like with a helicopter, like if you, like, for instance, like nose bomb into somebody with a helicopter?
Yeah.
I thought ramming was banned anyways.
Yeah, that's illegitimate behavior, but...
happens.
That's like vehicular slaughter or something like that.
Like I know Strauss
Yeah,
would
blade
just hit
chopping.
people and then try to shoot them as they're trying to get up and stuff.
My
And
member
call that an
wanted to talk
assassination.
about blade chopping because he's a bit sick of getting blade chopped, and I can't, I can agree with him. It's so frustrating.
Same here.
That's a bad.
You know, if you
Yeah, blade
were
chopping.
to crash in your helicopter into a building trying to blade chop someone, you'd be dead. For starters, if this was reality, you'd be dead. Because you're crashing your helicopter.
Pretty sure in real life you wouldn't try to blade chop anyone in the first place.
Exactly. So why are people trying to do it now?
Chopping is banned. It's banned.
I know it's banned. On say I'm speaking on behalf of the families that still do it. Like, well,
And then expose them. Leave the game. And
Yeah, expose.
I don't really count it as an exposure. I count an exposure
But
as
it's a
blowing
rule.
someone up.
Yeah, but what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do when it's already banned?
Yeah, it's already banned. This is just discussion.
Yeah, why
If somebody... This is discussion, so if somebody wants change, they can receive it.
If someone blaze chops you and gets away with it, just call it illegitimate, and it's not valid until they actually kill you legally through the rules. I
Okay.
mean,
Sorry to interrupt you, Don Vic. I just want to get this out of the way before we get off topic. We have a few more things to talk about. Oh, my apologies. It still said your thing was green. My bad. Vastola, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was falling asleep a little. Like Loki, I've been up a while. Vehicles, buzzard, nah, it's bullshit. It's an armored vehicle. It's from Watchdog. Yeah, get it out of it. Don't care. You said military vehicles, and I just want to put my word here. Isn't an armored vehicle a military vehicle? Wouldn't that class as a military vehicle because it's military grade armor? Like, sorry, well, I'm gonna put my word out here.
Multiple civilian, any sort of civilian public figures mostly have bulletproof windows on their cars.
May I say something real quick? Back in the
Sure.
day, and I believe this was Al Capone, I believe he had a bulletproof Cadillac. So it's not entirely military.
Yeah, but that was bulletproof to what the bullets back then. That
It was
arm
bulletproof
would
to
never hold
basically
against
9mm bullets. It wasn't fucking presidential style nonsense.
No, yeah.
This is what I'm trying to get my mind out is all these armored shafters, armored ballers.
They're
Fuck.
presidential.
They will
So
eat so many
Calpine's one of a
fucking.
kind.
I'm sorry, but these will eat so many fucking bullets. I physically detest it. I won't
Hey.
let any of my members drive me around in them.
Only hierarchy should be driving them though. So
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
Tom,
not even, not
but
even.
still, no offense,
Okay,
though, but
okay.
you do remember what happened with the XLS though, right? That don't eat.
Okay, listen,
But
guys, listen, calm
So
down.
like the baller,
I was
you can
asking.
shoot the driver's window with a shotgun about 50 fucking times before he even cracks.
50 fucking times.
Like,
Okay, can you put your XX testing on, please?
Mute your mic now.
But no, personally, I don't think even for hierarchy members, personally, I just don't think armored vehicles should be a thing.
Okay.
Like, if you're
Fair
bringing in armored vehicles, then why not the armored crewman? That can take more bullets. That can take less bullets than all these shafters. You know, like it. You can't just ban one armored vehicle and not ban the other. You know, that's my opinion on it. But apart from the other vehicles, I don't really care about them. It's
in
what it is.
reality, though, who in the hierarchy is just rolling in the street without like any protection? That would never happen.
It's fun. We're just trying to move on here. The last guy we got to talk to, Verratti.
I was in this community when the classics were only allowed to be driven. I mean, personally, I would like to be that way again. I mean, when I first started Galavanti, for the ones who knew Galavanti, I only done the classics when the sports were allowed. I wouldn't allow my family to do the sports. But either way it goes, I wouldn't mind if the sports stayed or if the sports were banned. Yeah, I like to get the hell up out of somewhere if I'm being shot at. But then again, it's a game. You get whacked, and move on about your day. But, I mean, I don't mind about that one. Helicopters, I really hate to get assassinated when the person's in the sky already, or have their shit perched up somewhere, and then get the fuck out of Dodge and to fly away, and you can't really get them. Then that shit's annoying in general. But any military vehicles, armored, anything, I don't personally like. And yet again, on that note, I really don't care if they're banned or not. I just don't use them.
Okay, fair enough. So that's everyone on that topic. I pretty much agree with the general consensus of people here. I agree with the fact that I think sports cars are okay, sports classics are okay. I don't think they should be banned. I don't think sports cars should be banned. I think there is a certain sort of in general common sense. Like I forgot who said it, but they had a point. There's a certain common sense that goes to driving these cars. I don't think it's necessary to ban sports cars. I mean, Mafia in real life would drive sports cars. I think I would draw a line at supercars, and I'd say everything else would be fun, as long as it armored cars for hierarchies. Everything else is fun. So from that, I'm gonna go ahead and say there's two people who just want sports classics, like it was back in 2016. Before then, and up until current day, until it recently changed. There's a few people here that want sports cars to be okay. That's like the majority. And there's a few that just think, it's not okay at all. As far as the helicopters, we seem to all be in agreement. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep that community rule as is. With the
Would it be in agreement too? I had to unplug my mic real quick.
We're all in general agreement that militarized helicopters and militarized vehicles can't be used. If it has a gun, it can't be used. Well, that's not a new rule. That's been a thing. We're not going to attempt to change that. That's going to stay the same. Sports cars rules, I think they should stay the same as well. I just wanted to make sure we touched on that so everybody could be heard. I don't think it matters. I think we're good. We should be able to use them, in my opinion.
Is there a way to get like the invite link so I can send it to somebody?
Yeah, same here.
Which is because I was trying to get the original father the invite to the chat.
Okay.
I just didn't know the way to get the link. to send it to him so he can join this meeting and stuff.
I also wanted to
I think they're going to
if it's okay with everyone. I've been told
Okay.
to mention this by Vito, but I don't think it's going to be like an actual topic of any topic that we're talking about today, but it is a topic that I would like to talk about.
Hold on. If you're doing what I think you're about to do, just wait. Trust me.
What do you
Please.
think I'm about to do?
It doesn't involve the hierarchy.
No.
Does it involve blessing?
Nope.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Now, what's been pissing me off for the last few days is every time I'm in a lobby with a Don and I plan to get an assassination, oh wait, they're inside. Cool. We need to have a rule where Dons can't be inside their house for more than 5 minutes. Honestly.
That was already done with the last meeting, no?
Yeah, but people are still doing it. We need to talk about it one more time because that's pissing me off. That's actually
The people in your
getting me-
commission are the ones that use it, though, Don.
Vistola doesn't stay inside. Nitty doesn't stay inside.
Not Vistola. Nitty does. I have about an hour video clips with Nitty in their apartment.
Okay, and I know Rossetti
Bro,
doesn't either.
I don't know if you know me, but I've
Okay,
accumulated over
Hey, chill out. It's a Don's meeting. Get your shit right, alright? Shit.
Exactly.
Have some professionalism.
I'm gonna say this. It's a thing called playing smart. Honestly, I'm not gonna come out of a game when like 20 people join my session that could whack me. My bad. I'm sorry.
Regardless, though, this way I look at it is if you're in a session with a different family and you know they're in there more than 5 minutes, you should come out of your house because you stay inside your house. Me personally, I think you're just trying to stay in it to avoid getting whacked. The purpose of sometimes when a family joins your session is to get that whack. But when you're in your crib just chilling, that basically defeats the whole damn purpose.
Okay,
That's
but
just
still,
my
I
opinion.
can be in a session just chilling, like doing something already, minding my business, and just because like family joins my game doesn't mean, oh, I have to come out and fight him just because he joins my game. Like, it's bullshit, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Hiding inside is kind of being disrespectful to your members as well, because you're basically saying, without actually saying it, you guys can't protect me. See, I'm always outside. You can ask any of my members.
I would rather have my members think they can't protect me than to be whacked.
Doesn't matter. If you're too
I roll by myself.
you shouldn't be a Don. Straight
You keep hiding
like
inside.
that.
But Johnson, you see me, I roll by myself without no members.
Exactly. Like, go to a compound or something. You know, people like go to the bank, go to the strip club, go to some place. At least you're not inside, and people can come in and kill you if they can. If they get past your bodyguards and they kill you, then they've earned the whack. If they can't get outside the strip club and your guys rush into the strip club again to kill the guy who just killed you, then obviously, you know, you didn't get the whack. But at least stay inside.
Hey,
instead
can I
of
add something real quick?
Okay, hold on. There's some things that I got a message from Giuseppe Velacci, and he had some good points I want to bring up to you guys. I honestly didn't think about it until he brought it up. So if you're watching, Giuseppe, thanks for bringing it up. He brought up two things. Leaving the game before it accounting as an assassination, meaning like you have to leave the game before it counts, and if you come back you can't whack again, and one-man drive buzz. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about that next, I suppose, and move on before we get off topic.
Were those not all voted on already? The other fucking meeting?
One more time.
We're about to talk about drive-bys, assassinations.
Yeah, he wants to talk about one-man drive buzz, like they're legal right now, and I think what he's trying to say is he doesn't want them to be.
Right.
Can I add something?
I think if you're gonna actually, Ruggiero, you go first.
I just want to add the fact that, you know, also hiding in apartments, and also if someone gets close to you, you're Don, and he starts shooting you, and the fact that you leave the game to get that whack avoided, that's a bitch fucking move. That needs to be talked about too.
Since this is a very hot topic, how about we all say something? Because like a good 7 or 8 of you fucking people just talked over each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna quick fire this just one at a time and respect each other's wishes. Tell me what you think about it, just one at a time, please. Let's wait for the other one to get done speaking. Same order we've been doing it in. Just two things. Like I said, Giuseppe Velocci messaged me and told me one-man drive-bys and assassinating. You have to leave the game before you can assassinate someone. And once you come back into the game, you can't whack again. That's like the old school rules. So both of those are old school
rule.
You've always had to leave the session, and if you came back outside, it was over.
You've always had to leave the session, but if you came back after getting an assassination and leaving the session, you could still assassinate because you had not died in that session.
Only if you die you can.
He was talking about if you do not leave the game and you go outside again, you cannot whack. So then
Okay.
he's saying you gotta leave
Now
and come back
I'm with
to
it.
whack
Okay. My apologies.
So how we doing this? Who's talking first?
I guess you, Doug. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I got a few things to talk about since, everybody was talking over each other about the whole house thing. When you sitting in it, I don't think you should be able to sit in your house for all that long because, the past, week and a half that I've been joining all these invite-only big-ass lobbies, I've seen a good amount of some of the people in here sitting in their apartment for the entirety of the whole fucking thing, even when people died. And that shit is so aggravating because that doesn't give anybody an opportunity to get you, and then you got people commenting in a 700 plus community chat saying untouchable, and that gets even more annoying. There's that, and then leaving before you get whacked. If you're a Don and you're about to get whacked, why don't you just accept it because it's a part of the game, who really cares? But if you had to leave before every single fucking whack, that shit is so aggravating. And then it's on top of that,
Let's be honest,
shit in the chat.
I agree
Right?
with Nero, because if you have to leave, and I do this, I leave because I don't want to get assassinated. I'm pretty sure a lot of the Dons here do leave because they don't want to get whacked. If you say you're done, I'm going to call you a liar, okay? But I agree with Nero. If you have to leave to avoid getting assassination, then you know you slipped up. You know you slipped up. You know you made the mistake of,
The amount of times that I've almost gotten an assassination off of some of the people in here and or other Dons, and then y'all left beforehand, gets me so fucking heated because it doesn't give me the opportunity to catch you slipping. And then you talk shit about it in a 700 plus group chat or fucking community chat.
That, mind you, is corrupted and power hungry. That group chat.
We'll talk about that.
Can I mention a topic real quick?
Oh no, I have more. I have a little bit more.
I think let's finish on this topic before you mention a new one.
I got a little bit more to talk about with when Giuseppe said the one-man drive-by bullshit. That is retarded because it's so easy to get somebody like that, and I'm pretty sure we're trying to make it as not as hard as possible, but we're trying to make it kind of difficult to get somebody like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of bullshit how I can go roll up on somebody and just shoot him and leave in my car and without even having to step out and take 10 seconds to do it.
Yeah, I agree on that. That's some bullshit.
Exactly. And the leaving and the whole leaving shit, I feel like you should be able, you have to leave the session after you get a kill. And if you come back, you're able to do it again, you're able to whack. Just as long as you don't die. That I can agree with. But if you die and you try to continuously come back, it's fake. And
yeah.
And another thing, and one more topic. The whole okay, if you have associates or you have somebody with a non-GT change, I feel like they should be able to put a bounty on. I feel like they should have to put a bounty on whoever they need to, because you're not a member yet. You shouldn't I don't know how to really explain it, but you're not a member yet. You should be able to 72 months. We're saved with 3,000 cash back from Toyota.
Really? Angelini.
Off. Angelini.
Angelini, mute it.
Mute your fucking mic.
Man. If he's gonna do that, say him muted.
Yeah, he's server muted.
Alright, well, that was disrespectful. Anyways.
My apologies.
I feel like people be able to put a bounty if you don't have a GT change. That's basically it.
Do you mind if I go after Velocci there?
Yeah, sure, go
ahead. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, so we save a lot of time. I'm making a vote server right now where you guys can vote yes, no, or on specific things that I'll go ahead and list. That way you guys can all post your votes. I'm not going to touch any of the ballots, all your messages. Nobody can delete your message or your opinion. It'll all be posted there. Everybody can take screenshots. That way nothing gets deleted. It'll be live streamed as well on Don Madrazo's channel, which means nothing gets by anyone. But we're going to do it that way. That way we make sure everybody gets the exact representation for their family that they want. And I get everybody's votes right. Okay?
Agreed.
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 My apologies. If you guys have anything you want to talk about or bring up, like in the spare of the moment, while I'm doing this,
I still want to.
Is there a way for others to invite, like, another person?
Hold on. I can do that in a second. Just give me 1 second.
I still got to speak on the topic. If anybody else want to.
I got you too.
Don't top in there, Vic. Not yet.
Who wants to go first?
I want to mention it.
Donja.
Alright, Donja, you can go.
Basically, like I was saying, if I'm in a lobby just chilling, like, just whatever it may be, just doing, not even trying to fight, I don't even know, whatever, I don't know, whatever the case may be, and like, 5 people join my session, I'm knowing to myself, like, I'm smart enough to know not to go outside, because once I go out, they're going to chase me, they're going to invite other people to chase me, and it's just like, what's the point of going outside to my danger? Like, that's fucking stupid. Who does that shit?
Well, it's your session, so I believe you with that. But if you're in a public lobby and you sit in your fucking house for like a good hour and a half.
Okay, but with me, still, when I start a public session, I like that bitch out. So it's just me and my members. And we just in there doing missions. So whenever you join my session, it's just because I like that bitch out. And only me and that bitch. So
I do that too.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, I'm not going to leave my house just because you want to come whack me. It's, you have to come get me when I'm like caught lacking, like when I'm lacking. That's the whole point of it. You got me lacking, oh well, cool.
Look, Don G, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, you don't, like, if it's just you, obviously you're not gonna risk it. You're not gonna get your life taken from that session, you know.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, but like, say if like we get into a massive whack lobby, which I've seen a lot of people doing. I do it myself occasionally because really I'm a lone wolf right now. I don't have no members. I like a small crime family. But when, say if you join a whack lobby, then I think everyone should be out. I don't think anyone should be in unless they took someone's life and got back.
It's the same, bro. It's the same. Because even with me, I'm not even... I know if I step out in a personal whack lobby, 80% of that lobby is coming after me. Just because I'm who I am. Not even trying to be cocky or whatnot. Just because the what I've been putting on myself, the attention I've been bringing on to myself. And I know I've been bringing it on like a lot of bad attention. I really don't even mind. So, me personally, I'm knowing, like, I'm smart enough to know I'm not about to step out into my own death. You got to catch me lacking. That's the only way you'll catch me.
I like that last bit. But then, if you're gonna join a whack lobby, then well, I'm a stick by this rule as I've literally just thought of it. If you're gonna join a whack lobby, then there's no point staying in there. If you're gonna say, oh, I'm gonna just stay in my thing just so they can't catch me lacking, then there's no point you even being in that whack lobby. Personally, that's what I think. You might think different, but I'm just trying to put that little bit of word out there. Is if you can't step out yourself, then just leave.
And that's not even the case because the last whack lobby when I got Freddy, the last whack lobby I got Freddy literally yesterday. I was in my house for like 20 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I was watching the lobby. I was making moves, planning on what I wanted to do. I was keeping track. Who died, who's doing what. And I was just planning the whole time. And that's basically what I'm doing in my apartment. Yeah, finally, when I seen who I wanted to get, bro, I got Freddy. And I got back to my apartment. That was all. Like, I don't have to join a whack lobby to just go out and just shoot 'em up. I can join a whack lobby, plan a strategy, get who I want. And I got somebody. It doesn't matter if I'm in there 20, 40 fucking hour minutes. I mean, fucking hour. I did.
House for the entirety of a whack lobby.
But I got a whack. I did what I came to do.
If you don't
got the whack.
Hiding or anything in the lobby, you should just probably.
It's not hiding, bro. It's strategy, bro.
It's considered.
It's hiding.
It's considered hiding because the whole purpose of the lobby is whack.
And what did I do? It's only hiding because you can't get the person you want to
For
get.
the majority of the whack lobby, when other people are out there.
All I'm saying is,
dons.
I don't play like a foot soldier. I play like a don. I know where I'm at. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. What?
I was just agreeing with you, saying you're like, look, he doesn't have to run out there and shoot everybody like everyone else is doing. If he wants to play as the strategic way, he can. Like, it's not his fault that other people don't like that player style and it makes it harder for them.
Don't get me wrong, I see both sides, but at the same time, I can't disagree on both sides. I see, like, don't stay in your apartment, and then I see to stay in your apartment. Because, yeah, again, you don't have the most members compared to all these. Can't even speak, but I don't either. You know, so I see that aspect. But when there's, like, big crime families, let's say, like, Sartori or maybe a bit smaller than that, Regira. I haven't seen Regira personally in a thing. I'm just using it as an example. Don't think I'm calling out anyone. I'm not. But say if you're in a bigger crime family and you're sitting in your apartment, which I've seen bigger dons do, then it's pointless. With the smaller crime families, then it depends. If you're on a small, if you
can't make full subjective, that's the thing.
I don't even know at this point. It's just.
I have one more. My bad.
Sorry. The way that I see it is, if you're trying to make a name for yourself and you're a smaller family, then like versus Satori or like Majazo or like Balachi or whoever else, I don't think you should be making. I don't think you're making the correct name for yourself if you're sitting in your house for a good majority, the whole lobby, and then you come out just to get one whack and then leave.
But what if that's what you like? That's all you joined the lobby for, is to get one person.
You should be outside. Oh, shit.
It doesn't matter. Just a member of a crew. It doesn't matter who it was. And then that's to bring to my next subject. I was originally going to get Edwin because I knew he had some type of rank. Edwin, that whole game, literally killed himself 30 times, bro. Trying not to get a whack. Bro. Yeah, he killed himself on spawn, literally 0.3 seconds on spawn every time. Every time I tried to whack him. So, like, that has to stop.
Because this Nero was just preaching about how people shouldn't be able to leave. I'm not just saying Dons, just like people in general shouldn't be able to leave a game when they're about to get whacked. Like, you should just accept it. But then you have Edwin. I don't know if any other Velachis are doing
I get up on their
asses. You just have Edwin just sitting there constantly killing himself because he can't accept a whack.
The killing the killing yourself compared to leaving the game, I think
it's almost the same
different.
thing.
I know.
It's like, why can't anyone just be like, oh, it's a whack and come on, hey.
Hold on, wait, let me say, there's been times where I've killed myself, and it's popped up that, like, Satori, like, I think there was a Satori chick that fucking killed me when I was about to kill myself, and it came up as her killing her. So you can still get someone doing that, but you can't get somebody when they leave the game right as you're about to whack them.
I mean, they have to go into the pause menu, and they got to go to find new game. And you gotta, if they hold down on the D-pad, sometimes it doesn't register. Like, sometimes I've done that before. I've held down on the D-pad, went to the left. Sometimes it doesn't work all the time. So, I mean, you can still get people both ways, whether they're killing themselves or they're trying to leave the game. But I mean, it's still not accepting a whack in general. And then you're just preaching about that. And I just found it kind of ironic.
Killing themselves, leaving the game is completely different.
Same with leaving the game.
You can kill somebody.
I think leaving the game should be legal. Not legal. Illegal.
Whoa.
I think killing yourself should be illegal, especially upon
I agree
a whack.
with that too.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what are we?
If you literally been 10 RPG yourself all of the game, then that's just pathetic.
It's not even.
At the end of the day, what are we? Are we tryhards, like GTA fucking tryhard sweaty people, or are we a mafia community? Now, someone tell me that one. Are we gonna sit here and kill ourselves because they're just dumb, or are we gonna actually fight off? That's how I'm gonna put it.
Okay, real quick, just to cut in. Sorry, I haven't talked for a while. just to cut in. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just to cut in here. There's a lot of people who are saying like you could leave the game and come back and get another whack if you don't die. The problem with that is the people that can whack you when they join on you and you leave and come back. That's pretty much the same thing as fake whacking. So if you vote yes on leaving the game, that means you can't come back and whack. Just heads up.
That's fucking confusing.
Yeah, it's
Quick question.
Sure.
Is there a time limit for you to come back? Because I've been told there's 45 minutes, and then I fight crime families, not going to state names, not going to accuse anyone, and then they'll leave and come back straight away. So is there like a time period, or is there just nothing anymore? Like,
No, I don't think so.
Here's my
I
opinion.
don't
If
think
you
that
leave
they-
and claim a whack, you can't come back and whack in that session again. You can come back and FUD. Can't come back and whack in that session again until it's a new session.
Yeah.
Because
if we're in
Yeah.
a free mode war and we're fucking up another crew and we decide to leave the game, they shouldn't be able to have, like, call a win on that if we want to get off the game and go do something else. That's bullshit.
Well, that's not really a community thing. That's more of a individual thing.
No, that's been a community thing. Everybody does that shit. It could be
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning and I want to get off and watch Netflix and someone will post in the fucking club saying we geek, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I want to watch Netflix because I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, also...
Oh, you're talking about push out messages?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
push
dude,
out
also, like,
that.
you know, like, you're gonna say, like, because I have 4 guys in my lobby, it's a free mode war? Like, nah, fuck that, dude. If you want to fight my crew, call me out. Just because we're, like, 4 deep in a lobby, that ain't a free mode war.
Well, for that's been a thing since 360.
Yeah, that's been
like
a
if
thing
you
for-
had
Hey, yeah, I
3
agree with that
members-
shit too.
If you had 3 members or 4 members and you got into a fight with another crew, the 4 or 3, it was classified as a free mode war.
Okay, real quick, guys. If you're gonna post into like the vote, and to answer your question, you done. If you still have to leave, that's what you're voting on right now. The majority rules. So that's what you're voting for.
I have a question. The leaving, the yes and leave the whack shit. Is that meaning like you can come back and get another one, or like when you leave, you can't come back?
Well, you could come back to FUD, but I don't think it would be legitimate if you left the game to come back and get another whack. Because because in that case, then the people that just joined off you to try to get you, they can't whack you anymore, and you just came back on top of them.
No. And in invite only, that's the only word. That's the only time that it really counts, other than a public. And if you join them, if you join an invite only or a public off of somebody else, well, I'll go with the public. If you join off of somebody else, and you want to go and you go kill them, but they have other people that you joined off of too, and you leave and come back, haven't died, you can still do that. You can still go for another whack as long as you don't die. That's public. Invite only, if you get a whack and you leave and come back without dying, then you can still whack. That's what I'm trying to figure out here, because your yes and no thing kind of like.
I mean, if you ever died in a session, I would say that your whacking would still count, even if you leave or join back. Because you did not die in that session.
If you died in the session and you try to come back, that's a fake whack. If you didn't die and you come back, you can continue doing your thing.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as you didn't die in the session, you can come back and get as many whacks as you want.
Okay, I'm content with that.
That's what I'm saying. And
But once you die, those whacks become irrelevant. Unless
unless
you
you
know.
left. Unless you left and
Yeah, unless you leave and come back, the whack doesn't count.
as long as you could, like, if you get a whack and then go back to your house, you're still game if you don't leave. Your shit's invalid if you don't leave.
Either way, that'll work. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's been happening a lot over the past like 2 weeks now that I've seen. Kind of annoying.
Yeah, shit, it happened to me. You know, I've only been running for at least a week now. That's just annoying as fuck.
Well, it happened to me like.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. Like, unless you guys specifically have a weapon you want unbanned, I'm not even gonna really talk about it. The weapons have been the same since the dawn of fucking time for the mafia.
They really haven't changed.
Yeah, so I'm not really going to talk about that. If you guys have anything you want to say for a banned weapon, like a marksman, if you want to make an argument for a marksman. Yeah, okay, I agree. I was just...
If people are that stupid and don't understand what mafias were using and what they weren't using, then
If you pull out a fucking two people, that cannot be, you know.
Okay, so next on the list is BST and disqualification.
I think honestly though that shouldn't be a topic. Reason because no one really knows if they're using BST or not.
Nope.
So, I mean, yeah.
No, I was just throwing it up there to make sure
that,
everybody was in
that
agreement.
shit. I know when I'm shooting at a nigga with BST. Care.
It should be the same as it was before. Can't use BST for wax, but after then, because if you use it for a whack and people see that whack on YouTube, they're gonna know you use BST anyways. So
Nah, dude. If you're gonna drop BST and then like screenshot a scorecard and say you fucked me up, hell no, dude.
Honestly, I have a wild suggestion to make. You guys probably won't agree with this, but I've been honestly thinking about this. This goes along with the whole Ghost Org and we was talking about. But I was thinking, just in generally, we just ban the whole CEO and just use strictly motorcycle clubs, just so we wouldn't even have to go.
Can still use BST if they're vice president.
If they have a vice president, yeah.
Well, fuck.
But you can also see if somebody's a vice president in the kill feed. So
exactly. So that's what I was just ban the whole CEO and just strictly fight clubs.
Besides, if you have a big family in there, you're not going to be able to use a CEO anyway.
I fought like Satori, where there would be individual members still being CEOs. Sorry to call them out, but that's been my recent fight, and they've been using BST, and I can tell when I'm shooting at a guy with BST and he's not dying.
Well, the heavy snipers usually are the thing.
Are you guys gonna invite Sartori in here so they can defend themselves?
Legit though.
I don't even think they're on.
Don G's in here. He just hasn't showed up.
Well, anyways, I'm pretty sure you could tell when you're getting shot by fucking BST, because a heavy shot is 2 shots. Well, one if you hit the head. If you get hit, if you know it's a body shot and you die instantly on full health, that's obviously BST. Or it takes like a good 3-4 hits to kill somebody.
I mean, to be honest with you though, I mean, if you went ahead and banned CEOs and MCs, just as said that did happen, and if someone was running their shit like the cargo or a shipment or whatever, and a family joins, they're gonna say, "Oh, they're exposed for being a CEO." Then a bunch of shit's gonna start up on that.
Well, honestly, I feel that the rules should be the same. If you join with somebody and they're like mission, same with like vehicles. If you catch somebody in like a military vehicle and they're already in a session doing a job or something, like it should be sort of like okay, because they didn't know you were joining; they were just minding their own business. So,
oh yeah,
I feel.
I agree with him on that.
Yeah.
If you're doing something in your own like invite only session, like doing jobs.
Plus the people that are trying to make money and get more stuff in the game.
Okay, you guys don't mind. Can we talk about the relevant causes that we can change or vote on?
Yeah, exactly. I was just kind of trying to let people talk.
We went on topic there, and I was like, I don't got like all night here.
Yeah, right. Sorry. But to get back on topic, yeah, that was like a few things I wanted to bring up. So yeah, as far as that goes, like all the things we just talked about up until this point were the main problems, the Ghost Org and off radar stuff that most of us had problems with, that I talked to a lot of you and you guys said you had problems with. If you go ahead and go to the chats to the very bottom, if you look below the voice channel you're in right now, you'll see all individual channels that you're going to cast your vote. Just go up to the very top of the screen and look at what there's listed, like yes, no, and vote for which one you want. None of your things can be deleted. I'm the only one that can delete anything, and I'm not going to. You can make sure you screenshot everybody above you if you want to make sure nothing gets deleted. But we're going to go off majority rules and set that as at least for the majority of the community. I'm going to give at least a day before we put everything in motion for sure. That way Don G and everybody else has a chance to put their opinion on the table. For the people that missed the meeting tonight, they can go ahead and say their piece or whatever and cast their vote. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do with that, if we're all content with that. Okay, so the last thing there was to talk about actually was brought up to me by Don Madrazo. And this is completely up to you. You take it with a grain of salt, or you can listen to it. It's completely your choice. But he said that he wanted to bring it up. I don't see a problem with it. After that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. But Don Madrazo, if you want to go ahead and talk to him about what you were talking to me about a few days ago, about the blessing and the hierarchy.
There's nothing. You guys have already pointed out that it was a stupid idea in the first place. In my opinion, the only family that should be able to bless should be the families that have been up the longest and actually been doing the most noise in this community, which has been, in my opinion, Genovese, Madrazo, Lucian, and Sartori.
If I can
Valachi a few days ago. I'm not going to deny. I said Valachi.
If I can cut in red, I'm sorry.
If we're gonna talk this, I'm getting
to
my
keep on Genovese, they're not active. I was the only member in there. Again, not trying to be cocky.
For tenure, because the way to earn a blessing is tenure.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
it's always
not
been
to
that
be
way.
cocky. Again, not to be cocky. They're not active at all. Before I left, I was the only one, literally, legitly, the last 4 months,
Listen, by the
pulling in any type of. I get what you're saying.
And are we talking about both Genoveses or one in particular?
We're talking about Gmod.
Okay,
Think
just
about it
I know
like
there's.
this. There's only 4 families at the current time that, in my opinion, can bless. The moment Venerio hits that 2-year mark, as much as I hate them, I will turn around and say the Venerio family can bless. And I will turn around that Don C. Venerio, not Mr. J. Venerio, Don C. can bless.
I would agree with that.
Why are we bringing up blessing?
I'll bring it up at one of the next meetings, Don C. If I have to, dude. I'm not saying that I have the power to just give you the blessing power. I'm going to say at a Don's meeting and get everyone to vote on it.
Well, there should be something.
If we're
instead
gonna
of
talk
Don's
about this
meeting, there should
topic,
be
I'm getting my
blessing
own thing
meetings.
afterwards. I'm putting that out right now.
If we're going to talk about families that spin up the longest and can bless, then are you going to say Lucian can bless then?
Well, yeah, Lucian can bless because they've been
I
for 3 years.
don't have any problems with any families here that aren't here, but as far as Gmob, just strictly because all their hierarchy, they do not even play this game anymore. They're all inactive. Like I've been saying, me personally, with a couple of other crews that I tried to bring in and been playing with, we were the only one doing shit for Gmob for like the last 4 months. I've been trying to get all our higher ups to get on and personally do TDMs just between us as a family. They didn't want to do that, so it was just like that's the only main reason I left Gmob. And just recently, they got active because I left, and because they just mainly just because I left. So they shouldn't honestly be able to bless families anymore, just because of the simple fact they're not even active at all in the community.
Yeah, but Nitty,
whatsoever.
Think about it like this: without them, would there be like I have hard suspicion that there would be no community.
Without
Genevieve, like, 'cause Leon shut down.
Why not we do this? Why don't we do this? How about our next Dawn meeting or said meeting? We can all vote on said families that can bless. Saying hey, Vladi can say yes, and then Nitty can say yes on this one. Not just saying hey, you can.
Think about it like this, man. Sorry to cut you off, but I do want to say that that's going to be biased because Venerio is not going to vote for Madrazo. They fucking hate Madrazo. Okay, Strice is not going to vote for Madrazo. They hate Madrazo. Like
we don't hate Madrazo. Come on.
That's like me voting for Venerio. I hate fucking Venerio. So, that's why we have to go off a tenure, so it's not biased.
Okay. Let's not
If you
throw
go off a tenure, it's
accusations
not going to
of
be
hating.
biased. Okay, in my opinion, Strassi, how long have you been up for?
We've been up going on almost 3 years.
See, in my opinion, Strassi should be able to bless. In my opinion. Look how long they've been up for.
If we're going off of years and shit, then Valachi should definitely be.
But Valachi, I don't want to be an asshole when I say this, but you guys have continuously dropped off the map. Now I want hard confirmation from all hierarchy.
But like,
Has
what about when
Valachi
you went
shut
off with
down?
your YouTube career?
My
You dropped off for a
family
long
is still
time.
here, though.
We're
My
talking
family is
about
being
me.
ran by
I'm
other
having-
people.
Okay. Anyways.
See, I realize the wall hasn't been active that much, but listen, we're talking about running from longevity. We should be able to blitz as well.
See what I mean? It's all,
I'm
type of, you know. It's all.
Anyway.
Angelini wasn't only up
Okay,
because
so-
the Godfather couldn't get Xbox.
In my
and
opinion, we
Xbox
just
was-
leave this shit where it was. We just leave this shit where it was.
Exactly. If we bring out this blessing shit, everyone's gonna bless him.
We should just have an entire meeting for blessing because it's just gonna take a long ass time.
Yeah,
That's a
we
little
should
bullshit
just-
since, you know,
It
everybody had
just
something
end
to
right
say.
here.
Other
I'm sure
people did
there's.
it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so with that last thing there, that's all I had to talk about. If anybody has anything they'd like to bring up,
Not at
now's
all.
the time.
I'm good.
Alright, can I mention something?
So, before anyone else says anything, so we're just leaving the blessings the way it is?
Well, I think leave it as a topic, and we'll discuss it
We'll
next one.
discuss it over time. I agree.
Yeah,
We'll discuss it next
I
time.
mean, I'm sure in a lot of people's
We'll
eyes,
discuss the
blessing is irrelevant now.
I
No one
still
really
have a lot of
cares.
friends come to me
Exactly.
asking for blessings. Like Vestola here, he wants my blessing. Nitty here, I believe they still want my blessing.
Hey,
But to a lot of people, it doesn't matter. That's why we should make it matter.
Use a
what
blessing.
about people dying in
Somebody,
lobbies put on second accounts and coming
That's
in?
Yeah, that's a
accounts
good
are
topic.
banned. It's
Yeah.
a topic that's already been discussed.
I think let's end this with second account topic.
Yeah, people using second accounts, and if you have proof of them using, if you have
Alright.
proof of it being a second
I say we
account,
just admit to our
second accounts are
That's-
illegal
That's
in
a
general.
pretty hard topic
See,
to talk
everyone
about,
knows my
considering
second
anybody.
accounts.
Yeah, I understand that, but
It's
that's
already
pretty
been.
hard.
button.
Anybody can fucking say that's not me.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So I'm gonna admit it here. I have Mr. Ray, Benny, Father, and Don, but I'll only ever use Mr. Ray because it's my modded account, and I just like it because it's got so much money. In my opinion, wars are so money invested. If you keep dying, you're gonna lose more and more money, and you're gonna have to spend more money. You know what I mean? Just to get these wars, just to do these wars. So that's why I use my modded account, so I don't run out of money while
Oh, there's
during
been
a
a
war.
time where I ran out of. I went from 100 to fucking $1,000 in one fucking thing.
Okay, so is there anything else anyone would like to bring up or expand on?
I do. Granted, it's a wishy-washy topic and very uneasy way to try to, settle this. But, about the people that are, sitting by their apartments and then someone rolls up by them and then shoots them and runs immediately back to their apartment. That's like close proximity. That is really annoying on my part because
Or
you can,
also,
you can be driving by someone, mind your own damn business, and boom, you shot, and then they run either from the roof of the maid's bank back to the apartment, or from the bottom of the maid's bank back to the apartment, or anywhere else on the map.
Right.
I think there should be a distance you can be in order to have assassination accounted for. Instead of being immediately right next to their apartment.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
what do you
In that
say?
case, every Don in the entire fucking world's gonna be sitting on their apartment.
But what about, you know how like we're talking about Don sitting in their apartments? What about they're just sitting on the buzzer just so they're not shown on the radar and stuff like that?
How about
Because instead of going in their apartments, they'll just sit on the buzzer for 8 hours, so you don't know where they are.
I got
How about we talk
another topic about the hiding.
that we
Okay, please, fucking,
Who the
please.
fuck is in the bathroom, dude? Vic, mute your goddamn fucking mic. Alright.
That would have been me.
Yes, that is you.
That wasn't me. I was getting out the bath.
Yes, yes, that was you.
I recently have a problem with people hiding in invite-only sessions all day, every day, and then coming out just to get a whack, and then going back and hiding in the invite.
Okay,
day,
guys.
every day.
Okay, listen. We're here to talk about rules. We're not here to talk about your grievances and your daily problems. Okay.
Is that- yeah,
we can't
we
ban a
rule to where
family. We can't ban a family. You can't ban a family.
But I think
Yeah.
we should do something about the buzzer thing, though.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I was wondering
what
if
I
we
was
can-
saying though.
if we can put the just like invite only sessions for like meetings and just sit like sort of like that, just like so you can't be just basically sitting in the invite only all day, so nobody can touch you.
Well, stay out of your fucking apartment then.
But still, it's like, come on now.
You can still join.
You can join an invite only if they appear online. They have their shit on open.
You could private invite. Then why would you hide in your apartment? It's the same thing. They're both hiding.
But still,
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, do we have any?
Off topic.
Do
We're
you
talking
guys
about
have any
problems
rules?
that
You
we can
actually, do you guys actually have anything that pertains to the community and not just your personal grievances with certain families?
I gotta.
No, I do not.
No.
Wait, he was just saying the whole buzzard thing.
The buzzer thing was a good, yeah, that was a good call out. Whoever said that, I think it was Don Madrazo.
No, it wasn't me. There was someone else that said it, and I said we just need to ban him.
Yeah, well, any sort of glitch that makes you to where you cannot be killed unless you're in your apartment should be
I think
banned.
Valachi's the one that brought that up.
Whoa, what did you just say?
It was Don Angelini who brought it up.
I didn't bring up anything about buzzer. I brought up. Oh yeah, I did. I brought up the buzzer hiding and stuff like that.
Stop. Valachi's talking.
I was saying, if we're gonna ban shit like that, then we need to ban other things that pertain.
Nero, can you speak up?
Yeah, you're kind of quiet.
Oh, my bad.
Speak up, man.
If we're gonna ban the shit like that, then we need to ban other fucking glitches that pertain to the game too, because it's gonna
Elaborate.
like, okay, I've been killed in the bank numerous times by people getting into the back. That wasn't a thing. That never happened back on 360, and that
Is
didn't
that a
happen
glitch?
for the good.
You just jump over
as
a
far
wall.
as I know, it's a glitch.
You just jump over a wall. It's not.
So how
Yeah,
come
you just
no
gotta
one was
hit on that
using it
railing.
beforehand? No one was using it on 360 and shit.
Because no one knew about it.
Yeah, nobody really tried to.
You legit jump on a railing and then jump over a wall.
The way we got people in the banks on
And if
360,
you're not
corner glitch then.
tear gas or something.
corner glitching can't really be like you can't like.
I don't think you can
Can't
stop
stop
corner.
You
corner
can't
glitching.
stop
Everyone
corner
corner
glitching.
glitches.
Yeah.
Like it's
So you just
Especially if they're
Yeah,
holding off at a
yeah.
compound.
Corner glitches are confirmed in this game. Let's be honest. Like
They're very objective. They're very stupid. Corner glitching. If you're gonna do it, just admit it.
What?
If you're not aware around with your surroundings when it comes to the bank, then you shouldn't be holding down the bank. Like if you don't know that someone's gonna jump over the back wall and they're gonna come up behind you, then you shouldn't be holding it down. You gotta be aware of your surroundings, know who's gonna do what and what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you can't really ban something. It's not even really like a glitch. It's kind of just.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the game. It's kind of like Rockstars.
It's not like you're clipping through a fucking wall and you can shoot somebody. From
I mean,
inside.
like if you're in the back and you're near the bulletproof glass and you're no scoping a sniper, that's a glitch. Like if you're no scoping a sniper through the glass to shoot people, then that's a glitch. But I mean, like just jumping over the glass, it's not really a glitch.
Nah, it's not really, truly.
It really isn't.
It's not.
Okay, so I guess that's it then. Everybody content?
Wait, are we gonna talk about the buzzers, or are we gonna wait till next meeting?
The what?
about that? The buzzers, like if you
The
get
what?
on someone's buzzer.
And hide there the whole
in their
game.
house, you hide. Like if someone, like, just say if there's a Dawn hiding in their apartment, they're about to come out through their garage. You go to their garage, hop on the buzzer so they do not see you on the map. They come out their garage, they hop off the buzzer, they shoot you. That should not be legal.
Trust me.
And there's times where I caught, I'm not gonna say any names, but I caught some people on my
names, say
buzzer.
names.
But there's an easy way to figure out if someone's on your buzzer. Like if
Yeah,
you
you
have
just
an
gotta
idea,
shoot it.
no,
Blood
you,
pops
you
out.
gotta fucking if you have suspicions of someone being on your buzzer, set a mugger and then check your cameras. Because if you check your cameras, there'll be a mugger running near the door where the buzzer will be. And that's how you know someone's on your buzzer. That's
Usually, I know if you shoot towards the buzzer and blood just comes out and it
Yeah.
that's one way to find out too.
But the mugger is real smart. I caught someone on my buzzer. I looked at my garage camera, and there's a fucking mugger running back and forth.
200 IQ status, I think. That
Okay,
is-
so we were just gonna make that the thing now. Just buzzer glitches.
I want someone to know if we are completely banning CEO or still just keeping that.
That's
We can't really do that.
Yeah.
Well, CEO is not playing the way at all.
part of the game, dude.
That's completely
And
stupid, really.
That's gonna be a big
a lot of
debate. We're
people
gonna be here all
use the
night.
CEOs for bribing authorities. So I mean, if you want to lose bribe authorities, then
It's way easier than calling Leicester. 'Cause
And
Leicester
then
takes
spawn
forever.
in certain helicopters too.
yeah, you can spawn in helicopters.
Alright, all I needed was a no.
We should ban the
Is that
spawning of helicopters.
If not, I have to get going.
Well, you should ban spawning buzzards because
Yeah,
buzzards.
exactly.
Buzzard.
Now,
I mean, if you spawn a legal helicopter, then
If
It's
isn't there
also
a way
easy to
with your
keep a hold of your
CEO
men.
where your CEO can bring you a helicopter and actually physically land it in front of you? Isn't that a thing for your CEO?
well, there's a Meriwether thing where they land a helicopter at your location.
I'm not
that
saying
doesn't
takes
have
way
guns
too
on it, I
long.
don't think. So,
No, it's a Maverick.
So I
They
think
land a
not
Maverick.
The only
if
thing
we
is,
did that- hold up, real
Tom
quick,
Johnson,
no.
so put you on a hold.
Okay.
Is that takes about 2 minutes for it to land. So if you're trying to get out of some shit, then
That's why it should be allowed.
that is not your
because
go-to.
That's why it should be allowed, because at least it's not spawning in front of you. It's being
Yeah, but
basically
what's-
flown to you. That should not be an issue.
Yeah, trust.
I like that actually, yeah, because then you have to defend yourself whilst it's getting that.
I
I
just
like
think
that,
it's
actually.
something that we
Okay,
cannot.
so-
I think it's something that we cannot ban. Like, I mean, people are still going to call it a helicopter no matter what. There's just something that we bring up, and they just can't be banned. People are still going to use it. Like,
Trust me.
if we ban
I'm
off
not-
radar, there's still going to be people using off radar and ghosts. It's just some
Tell me
shit that
again.
we cannot avoid.
Yeah, I'm not saying ban CEO just for the simple fact for the helicopters and those. I'm saying ban CEO just for the people that use the BST, just to like cancel that all the way out.
Yeah, but you can't really do that. Is what we're trying to say.
No, you can't like you
fuck
can't
it.
ban
A
CEO.
lot of people
You can't
use
just
it for
ban
different
a certain
reasons.
member of a
Yeah,
family just because they
Can't
drop
ban a certain
BST.
family for using a CEO. It's like
like-
saying,
Or just a certain
"Bam,
member.
Delucci, you cannot use the CEO anymore," but everyone else can. It won't work.
For sure. All right.
People use
Okay,
it
so
for,
other
like,
than that, because there are some people that are up really fucking late for their time. So with all due respect, we should probably get this
1
moving
a.m.
on.
1 a.m. Yeah.
Oh, it's only 10:58.
we should-
For me, so this means going
We should
forward.
talk. You should just bring up Don Sarava. You should just bring up on what we're going to be talking about next meeting, which will be hosted in a month. Just bring
Okay,
it up.
next meeting, I don't know who will be hosting. I don't know when it'll be, but we might use it. We might use this chat probably. If you guys want to stay in this chat, that's perfectly
Can I,
fine.
can I have a can
I
I make
kinda
a
like-
suggestion
Hold on,
for
hold on,
Don
hold
meetings?
Yeah, just 1 second, please. Yeah. Anyhow, next meeting we're going to be talking about some more things. If anything new comes up, but for now, just to reflect a little bit. Most recent thing we talked about was the buzzer. Don't be sitting on people's fucking buzzer. That's banned. That shouldn't be allowed. That's a glitch. Literally a glitch. The bank around the backside, that's not a glitch. It shouldn't be banned, in my opinion. But I'll leave that. We'll talk about that next time, next meeting. As far as everything else goes, if you guys want to, I'm not going to talk about anything else or reflect on anything else. There's a vote tab. If you go below the meeting table chat, you'll find the votes. Each one of those things you need to vote on. Just go ahead and scroll up to the top, see your options, and then put your option in the bar. We're gonna go back and reflect on all of them. At tomorrow at 8:00 p.m., I'm gonna be reviewing them all. I'm gonna put it all in there for you guys. We're gonna have our determined rules and make sure every Don gets a chance to vote. So
One requirement for me to have meetings, by the way, or actually be able to attend these Don's meetings, is I would love to, because I know what's best for my family and so forth. I would like for them to be Saturday your guys' time, Sunday for me. I can't keep doing it on Monday because I might be working on Monday. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's Monday
So
for me.
basically this
currently.
time, but yesterday.
Yeah, this time, but a day before Monday. So basically,
Yeah,
I want
yeah,
to
I'm
be able to
cool with that.
attend on Sunday and have you guys do
To
it
be
on
fair,
Saturday.
that's more convenient for me as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because these UK, like this UK time. Sorry, but I might be at school like the next day because it's like what 12. Well, no, it's gone to 1 right now. So the meetings got dragged on for like 2 hours, and then then I just will be way too fucked for school the next day.
He's pretty well performed. Like I'm proud of what we've accomplished here today, but I just need it at a different time. Like I'm happy with the time zone. Maybe make it a bit later because like I had to wake up at like 2 in the morning and then wait around for the meeting.
Nah, no way a bit later. There's no chance I can make a bit later.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
it
you
would
have
be
to think of the
weekend, that's
Britain
thing. It
as
would
well.
be the weekend. That's why I say a bit later.
We could just schedule for a Saturday one day.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that
It's
would
the
just be
weekend, but it's
perfect.
the
Oh
Doesn't
yes,
Doesn't matter
Oh
which
yeah.
day.
Do what we did here.
Wait, so would Saturday be Sunday for you, Domajo? Because you're a day ahead, ain't you?
Yeah, so it'd be Sunday for me. Yeah.
Just that late
Oh,
night.
yeah,
would
that-
be
that'd be-
Sunday.
Okay, so
That'd be
here's what we'll
better for
do.
me.
Here's what we'll do, guys. Here's what we'll
Welcome.
do. Next time we host a meeting, we'll host it in this chat. We'll go ahead and get what Dons we don't have in here. If you guys know any Dons that need to be invited that are gonna vote, I'm not asking for a rep. You only get one family vote. That's it. Your family votes, that's that.
Yeah.
I need you guys to vote and
The
tell me
next
what you
meet-
guys want. There's no wrong answers, of course.
Do the GTA meetings anymore? Because like this is I don't
Yeah,
really
we
like.
should really be doing it on GTA and using Discord to talk. So.
Well, I don't care about the Discord thing, but like we are at a GTA.
Yeah, we can do GTA. The only reason we didn't do GTA this time is because some of the people that showed up said they couldn't be there on
This
GTA.
is what I want to do,
Discord.
Sarava.
Discord is so
Yeah,
much
I'm
more
gonna ask
convenient.
you. I'm gonna tell you about it because I think you're gonna be hosting all these Dons meetings from now on. Because or a bunch of the families that have been around for a long time just can't be bothered hosting these Dons meetings. But we should be talking on Discord because if we go to game chat, my Elgato it doesn't really record game chat voices for
Yeah,
some reason.
same.
It's ridiculous.
It's
So
only
we
party
can't
chat.
stream it or record it, and I don't know. So Don, so you're having the same problem that I do, yeah?
Yeah, I can't record game chat, only party
You
chat.
go to your Xbox audio settings. No, hold on.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
you-
We'll stay in this Discord chat. We'll use it.
What I was thinking, I think Domadros was thinking the same thing. We go into a GTA lobby, and we talk in the Discord, and that makes it for the people that cannot get on GTA and get into the lobby still be able to talk and input their voice and their opinions on Discord as well.
Exactly.
Bro.
Why not
So
just
they
leave
will
it?
still be able to attend.
Well, I mean, the only reason we're getting on GTA is because Nero explained that we are a GTA-based community.
I feel like that people wouldn't enjoy sitting here and watching a Discord.
kind of, yeah, it's really kind of boring. I've
Yeah,
like, I mean, it's just easier if you have something to look at on your
I got a
TV
question,
screen,
though.
like a game or a lobby.
About that.
What was that, Doug?
How much is this? How much is left of this?
Wait, what do you say?
What was that, Doug?
I'm talking about how long is this meeting going to take now? 'Cause I
I
got
mean, I'm pretty sure you can leave right now, and we've discussed
Yeah,
everything we need to.
discussed
We're just
everything.
rambling
Yeah,
right
man,
now.
You're free to go, dude.
All right,
Thanks for-
you guys-
thanks for attending, bro.
Alright.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just make sure you drop your vote.
Yeah.
Talk to you all later.
All right. See you.
Okay, so Doug, did you have something to say before we
Yeah.
close?
Can you speak
If
up?
anybody has everyone that wants to leave, but just being on Discord, using the Discord thing, it's all fine and dandy and shit. But like if you say people are allowed to use a Discord thing if they can't get on GTA, obviously nothing is gonna happen in a Don's meeting. But that's just giving people the opportunity to just like, oh shit, someone's gonna do something in the Don's meeting. I'm gonna pretend I'm not on GTA so I can just be safe and on Discord. Like obviously nothing's gonna happen, but like it's just I don't know. I feel like you need to.
I can help the ones that are having the Elgato issue with the audio.
With game chat
so
or
if you
party
go to,
chat?
So if you go to game chat, people can hear voices in game chat because I can record party chat voices, but I can't record game chat, and I want to fix that because when I stream, it's hard for me to play with PlayStation people and Fortnite and stuff. So,
We can just use Discord. Discord's more convenient. We can just use it to talk.
Use Discord, but there is also lag, because for me, when it comes down to it, like I'm on a 3-bar now, but sometimes since this Discord is in the region America, sometimes my voice connection drops down to a 2-bar, sometimes even a 1-bar.
Okay, so Namadrazo, sorry to interrupt, but we're starting to lose a lot of people. I would like to close officially.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before.
Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, for you guys that are, you gotta go or whatever. Thanks for attending. I think we accomplished something good. I think we're on the right track. That we're actually talking to each other once again, and I appreciate you guys being calm, respecting each other, and keeping it professional as possible. I truly do. Thanks to Valachi, Damadrazo, Venerio, Nitty, Verati, sorry, Vastola. Strassi, Rossetti, and all the other families who attended tonight. This is the official closing. If you want to leave now, you may. I appreciate you guys attending. I truly do. And I hope to see you guys here again. I would recommend staying in the server because it's probably how we're going to be talking from now on, so that Damadrazo can broadcast and other people can broadcast easier. If you want to stay here, that's fine. I may be co-hosting next meeting. I may not be hosting at all, but I hope I did a decent job. I did the community justice
No,
tonight.
I'm proud I came to this meeting, Saravo, and that's coming from me because I did say this is going to be a waste of time. But you managed to convince me to come to your meetings. Just hopefully things keep happening with these meetings. And we keep being progressive. I saw a lot of progress. I'm just hoping everyone can stick by this meeting. People were able to keep their mouths shut about personal shit that they know nothing about. So that shit keeps happening and people keep their mouths shut about personal shit. I'll definitely be attending meetings from now on. And if I can't, I'll be sending a rep. But I would like to attend as much as I can. So.
Okay, so thank you guys again for all attending. You guys watching on.
Thank you for hosting.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. Like I wanted to do it, I truly did. But yeah, to people watching on Damadrazo Switch, thanks for tuning in and
Twitch,
listening.
YouTube.
Rip. Okay, Damadrazo's YouTube. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in with us. Again, to the families that attended tonight, thank you a lot. This is the official closing. I hope to see you guys again soon.
No problem. I'm going to end my stream. See you to everyone that was watching. Bye, guys.